I said, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Got a new video for you today. Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news. Live edition. Before we get into it, y'all know the spiel. Comment, like, subscribe, share the content. Hit the like button if you haven't already. We about to get it cracking. We got a close game here at Fiserv Forum in front of friends and family between your Milwaukee Bucks and the 76ers. And we pulling the game out late like I told y'all. Y'all was wilding in the first quarter. Y'all thought it was over again. I told y'all we were straight. Basketball is 4 quarters. Shout out to the Bucks showing the team that they should be in the fourth quarter. Shout out to AJ Green for hitting some big shots in the fourth. Shout out to Dame. He didn't have the best game, but he hit shots when it mattered. And that's why you have Dame, to hit shots when it matters. Shout out to Dame. Shout out to AJ Green. AJ Green should be taking all of Jay Crowder lunch money right now. I don't want to hear about Crowder defense. It's not enough to keep him on the court. AJ Green is playing defense and hitting shots. Hey, free AJ Green. Hey, that's the new battle cry. Free AJ Green. AJ Green should have been starting this game instead of Pat Bev or Jay Crowder. We probably wouldn't even have been in this predicament where we had to pull this game out late. Shout out to the Bucks. That's how you play in front of friends and family. Y'all was way too worried in this game. Way too worried. We still got things we need to fix, though, for sure. The defense was atrocious the first 3 quarters. We can't defend the three. And then Doc had poor coaching in the first half as well. First 3 quarters, not getting the ball out of Maxi's hand. I just don't understand the lack of common sense by the coaching staff sometimes. Why do we know more than the coaching staff? Why do we see the game differently than the coaching staff and they right there? How do you see Maxey going off and you not doubling him when they're doing that to your star player? I just don't understand the logic sometimes. I really don't understand the logic. And also this team, I saw Pronte said in the chat, shout out to Bucks Nation. Salute to y'all. Please hit the like button as y'all pop up in here. Hey, this team just need to be focused. That's really what it's come down to. It's nobody being washed. It's none of that. It's just this team actually putting their head together and focusing, playing smart defense, communicating. I don't know. It seemed like we had the secret sauce and then we just lost it. It's just kind of crazy. I don't know what happened. And we need to get it back. But at least I know that regardless of what you think about this team, I will tell you this. This team got heart and they know how to close. That I will for sure tell you. In the fourth quarter, if the Bucks is down 5, that's like us being up 10. Period. We know how to close. This team got heart, and hey, AJ Green got killer instinct. AJ Green got hey, that man I got ice running through his vein. He don't have not a fear in the world. Shout out to him. Also, shout out to Brook Lopez. He had a crazy kind of first half, and then he closed strong. Shout out to him. I mean, let's look at the stats right now. Giannis is hobbled. Giannis might be 75%, right? Giannis is 9 of 12 from the field, 10 of 14 from the free throw line, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal. The 7 turnovers are atrocious. We do need to be aware that, yes, the 7 turnovers are terrible. That has to improve, but considering his condition, he was hampered and still almost came out with a triple-double. Salute to Giannis for the 28. Lopez with 19. Dame chipped in with 17, 9 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 block. Dame had 0 turnovers tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Dame had 0 turnovers. Bobby Portis had 8 points. Connaughton has been playing much better as of late. Hey, shout out to Pat. He's been playing a lot better as of late. Shout out to Pat. Pat played 28 minutes, but 3 of 5, 1 of 2, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 9 points. I can't be mad. And the star of the game, to me, the X factor, AJ Green played 28 minutes, 4 of 8 from the field, 3 of 7 from the three-point line, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, had 5 rebounds, 0 assists, 1 steal, no turnovers, 14 points. He was the difference in this game late. We've been crying, and just yelling as loud as we can hear. AJ Green needs tick. Jay Crowder is done. He is done. I don't like to, I'm not trying to kick a man while he's down or nothing like that, but Jay Crowder can no longer help this team. He needs to get some DNPs. If that means that we get AJ Green more minutes and we can get Andre Jackson Jr. in the game, please DNP. Jay Crowder, for real. Now, Bucks, come on now. Come on now. Let's close out. Let's close out, Bucks. Let's close out. Let me get into the comment section. I'll open the chat lines here shortly, but let's get into some of this comment section. See what y'all talking about. Let me see who all up in here. Let's get the shout outs. Pronte, I see you. Brenda, I see you. Chitty, I see you. Max Villain. Brandon, Mr. Priceless. What up, Daniel? What up? Bleacher Report boss. AJ, I see you. Max Villain. Kenny Mac, what up? What up? What up? I see y'all. Eliza, what up? We going back and forth. The legend, Mr. Cool, I see you in the chat. What up? What up? Cynthia, I saw you earlier. What up? John Jackson, what up? Yeah. I see y'all. Patricia, Brenda, what up? Let's get this cracking. Let's get some of these comments. Eliza said AJ's defense is actually solid in my opinion. I could be wrong, but he does look like he played. I've been saying that, Eliza. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I keep telling you, why are we not playing AJ Green instead of Jay Crowder? And you telling me Jay Crowder play defense? That's not enough. AJ Green give you defense and he can shoot. That's why I keep telling you we need to get Crowder some DNPs so we can get this man some playing time. We are going to need AJ Green in the playoffs. I'm telling you, he's going to be an X factor because he's lights out from three. D Cole 123, what up? I see you, bro. He can hold good enough defense. I agree. Patricia P said AJ on fire. AJ Green is damn near permanently on fire. Let's not kid ourselves. AJ Green is almost permanently on fire. Max Villain said, bro, they basically hand checking Dame and thank you. Thank you. Bro, we don't get no calls. That's part of the problem with Dame, too. Dame ain't getting no calls that he used to get. We are getting brutalized by the refs. I say after every game on Twitter, if y'all follow me, these refs need to be investigated. They're not even making it like, they're not even trying to make it like somewhat not obvious that they're biased. They are clearly biased. I just want to know, if somebody knows, please let me know in the chat. Have the Bucks or someone on the Bucks organization wronged someone in the NBA's front office? Because this type of one-sided officiating is crazy. It's crazy. That's part of the reason we get in bad predicaments, because of bad calls. I'm telling y'all, that's terrible. John Jackson said Marjan and Andre need more development. AJ Green is ready. I can agree with that. But how are they going to get ready, John Jackson, if they don't get no playing time? There's far more upside with Marjan and Andre Jackson Jr. than there is with Jay Crowder. I'm singling Jay Crowder because he hasn't had a good game all 2024. Real talk. We got to be real. Diminishing returns with Jay Crowder. Max Villain said they could be key contributors. I agree. John Jackson said he doesn't need a team. He is fresh out the box. Hilarious. Hilarious. D Cole 123 said AJ Green needs more tick. I agree. Patricia P said, I wouldn't mind inserting AJ Green in that starting lineup. I'm not against it. I'm not against it, Patricia P. I'm not against it. Salute to you. Mr. Cool said, get Brook Lopez down low and punish him. Hey, Brook ain't doing that no more, Mr. Cool. Brook is all about shooting threes. That's how I feel. He's all about shooting threes. Mr. Cool said AJ Green will compete. Exactly. He needs to be on the floor. Brook could do that from time to time, Brenda. He'll get you a good block from time to time. Pronte, that's been the problem all night, stopping the ball. Chitty said at AJ, I think the way that Giannis guards the three-point shooter, he gives them a bit of space. True. Because they call all types of fouls on Giannis. Shitty. That's why. If Giannis breathes on somebody, it's a foul. If somebody jump right in front of Giannis' face, it's a charge on Giannis. It's really terrible how one-sided things are against the Bucks, and we officially win. Bucks win 114-105. I told y'all not to worry in the first quarter. Y'all was panicking and scrambling like 2 eggs on Sunday morning. I told y'all, chill out. We got this. Y'all think we gonna shame ourselves at Fiserv Forum in front of friends and family after that road trip and that stinker in my chitty voice that we just played? Absolutely not. We just beat the Sixers and the officiating crew. Shout out to y'all. I hope the officiating crew gets COVID. Real talk. Y'all some suckers. Officiating crew some suckers. They try to take this game from us. Real talk. Shout out to the Bucks. And the defense was much better in the second half. As we were talking, in the first half, they were shooting almost 60% from the field in three. And sub 50% from the three-point line. So we played good defense when we needed. We played good defense when we needed to. We played good defense when we needed to. Shout out to the Bucks. And a great fourth quarter by the Bucks. We held them to 22 points in the third and fourth quarter, and that was the difference in the game. That's the difference. And the Bucks almost hang another 40 ball on someone in the fourth. The Bucks are a fourth quarter team. I will say it again, Bucks Nation. If the Bucks are down by 5 going into the fourth, they are up by 10. Listen to what I'm telling you. If the Bucks are down by 5 going into the fourth, that means we're up by 10. Trust me. Trust me. This team can close. We got big shot makers on this team. AJ Green is one of them. Dame is one of them. Giannis is one of them. We got people that can hit some big shots. Pat is one of them. I would say Chris if he was available. But I forgot who said it. It might have been B-Shack that called Chris Middleton street clothes East. That was funny as hell, bro. That's still funny. That's still super funny. I see you. I'm going to tap you in a minute. Let me just get to a few of these comments, bro. I'm going to tap you in. Shout out to the Bucks. Giannis ends up with 32. And he was hobbled. If Giannis isn't number 1 in MVP, I don't know what it takes. Why is Giannis not number 1 in MVP? Who's more important to their team than Giannis? Who in the NBA is more important to their team than Giannis? That's how you know it's real hate for the Bucks. Like, it's real hate for the Bucks. Giannis has been doing this all year. And they still don't want to give him his props. All year. That's why I keep telling y'all we don't need to worry about no regular season award. We just need to do it when it counts in the playoffs, and I feel this team can do it. They show you they can do it when they want to. The problem with the Bucks is maintaining focus over a long stretch. We can be focused for instances. It's when we're focused over long stretches, we're unbeatable. The Bucks just locked these cats down in the fourth quarter. They could have done this all game. It's just the effort and intensity. It's almost like, oh, they's like, man, damn, we might lose. Hey, let's play for real now. No. It should have been playing for real all game. This was a much different Bucks team in the fourth quarter when they realized they could lose. We were down this whole game and ended up winning by damn near 10 points. And we held them to barely 100 points. They was cooking in the first half. So that lets you know when y'all be in the comment section saying so-and-so is washed, blah, blah. They're not washed. It's putting effort. There's a difference between being washed and putting in effort. The Bucks are a team that rarely puts in effort for 4 quarters outside of Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's the difference. Dame isn't washed. A lot of people are washed. Now, Crowder is washed. Crowder, yes, he's washed. For sure washed. But that's good because then we can get AJ Green in there. Damn, y'all see how they can play in the fourth? They showed you, the Bucks showed you in the fourth quarter we can play defense. They showed you. It's just, can they do it over the long stretch? That's the problem. My guy Kenny Mack said AJ Green ready. Give him that shooting guard spot. I would agree, Kenny Mack. Unfortunately, due to Beasley's contract, that is not possible. Brenda said, glad that he's okay. GA been getting abused. Not just all night tonight, Brenda, all year. all year. Rigo was good. Giannis is such a butterfingers with the basketball. He can't hold on to the bat. He's injured, bro. We got to cut him some slack, but 7 turnovers is egregious. Definitely egregious. Chitty said AJ Green's 14 points was crucial. Absolutely. Absolutely. That was the difference in the fourth quarter. The difference in the fourth quarter was Dame and AJ Green, for sure. For sure. Patricia P, everybody's saying the same thing. AJ was a big lift for this team. But that's the thing. Bucks, why don't y'all watch this podcast? We giving y'all all the game for free. We giving y'all all the game for free. We are telling y'all exactly what y'all need to do. And then when y'all do it, everything goes well. Listen to the podcast, Bucks. Damn. We giving it to y'all exactly what y'all need to do. Pay attention. Stay focused, Bucks. This is the #1 Bucks podcast for a reason. We got all the answers. We got the answers. Ain't that right, Bucks Nation? When have we been wrong? When has Bucks Nation been wrong? Exactly. Jimmy Roller was good. Man, I'm over these coaches. They are too scared to play young guys. Makes no sense. Jimmy, yes. And this is the thing. This is what blows my mind about this, right? Doc, this is your last chance. And you doing the same stuff that got you canned before. If Doc, this is your last chance, bro. This is not time for experimenting or sticking to your guns. You need to do what makes sense. And it should be visibly obvious, the stuff that makes sense. Somebody's on fire. Ding, da, ding. Double team them. Get the ball out of his damn hands. Use common sense. That's it. People are going wild on threes. Play zone. Switch it up. Common sense. Instead of just sticking to your guns, that's showing me bud tendencies. I'm hoping that's not true, but Doc is showing me some bud tendencies, and I don't like it. I'm going to keep it $1. I don't like it. Kel Hardy was good. Sixers bailed them out tonight. Couldn't make a shot in the fourth. No. They didn't bail them out. We played defense. That's the difference. That was the difference in the fourth quarter. The Bucks were focused. That's the difference. That's the difference. Get to a couple more comments and I'm going to tap you in. Jeff Riley said, I said, yo, what up, Jeff? Shout out to the OC. I think I saw my man Humilidon in here earlier. Shout out to Puerto Rico. Kobe White was good. John Alberto, play the young guys. We're waiting. TJ, the Bucks are frauds, but you a fraud in real life. You're a fraud in real life. How about that, sir? Joseph McBeth said Crowder is washed. Absolutely, he's washed. He ain't even Gentle Cycle washed. He is Walgreens brand laundry detergent wash. You know that's hard on your clothes. You got a black shirt, you wash it with that laundry detergent. It's great immediately after one wash. That's how washed Crowder is. Salute to Crowder. Gibson Nicholas was good. Peace and blessings. The Bucks Nation, salute to you. Y'all hit that like button while y'all in here. We're grinding. This is the #1 Bucks podcast, #1 Bucks chat on YouTube. Show the appreciation. We ain't asking for much. Hit the like button so other Bucks fans can find the content. Let's go. Let me tap in the boss real quick. Bleacher Report, boss. Tam, you ready, bro? All right. Yeah. Bucks Nation was scrambling like 2 eggs on Sunday morning after that first quarter. They was worried, bro. I was trying to calm them down, like, relax. It's 4 quarters in the game. Hold on 1 second. Then let me just give my man Pass super chat. Hey, what up, Humble One? I see you. Brandon, I see you too. Let me get my man Humble. Let me get my man Pass super chat. Hold on. It's so many comments. Hold on 1 second, bro. Let me get my man Pass super chat. Pass, appreciate the 199 super chat. Brooke act like he's a power forward. Yam the ball. Yeah, facts. Well, go ahead, Bleacher Report, boss, man. Tell me how you felt about today's game, sir.
I want to tell the chat a little secret. Now, you realize sometimes I get on here quicker than anybody else. You want to know how I do that? I go on the old videos, and there's a link right there, and I go in right there. I don't even wait. I just like, okay, I'm gonna get in now. So I don't mess
Oh, good.
around.
Appreciate you sparing the love. Matter of fact, let me put that in the chat. My bad, bro. Hold on. My bad, y'all. So tell me how you felt about today's game. Damn.
Oh man, the first half was just bad. Like I just didn't like how they were just too aggressive. I mean, there wasn't calling the calls. The referees were horrible, like atrocious today. The part that got me was like the referee got so mad at both teams for yelling at them. Like, we ain't calling nothing in the second half.
Yeah, that was crazy. That looked like 90s basketball for a minute. It looked like some 90s basketball.
It did.
And I forgot who said it. I read the comment. It was like hand checking.
Yeah.
It was for real old school basketball.
The refs did not care that they was mad. They got mad at Giannis. They got mad at Maxey for yelling at him. Like, you know what? We ain't even call nothing. We gonna just let y'all guys play it out.
Right.
Hey,
Mr. Smith, the legend has returned. I hope my man passed all his tests. He looked like he's smiling, so he did. So let's first show appreciation to Mr. Smith for handling his business. Salute.
I appreciate it.
Hey.
I'm gonna be in school for the rest of my life. That's
come on now. We're not gonna do all that now, Mr. Hey, we're not gonna do all that now.
Chasing that doctor. That's how I gotta go, man.
Okay, I feel. Hey, salute. Hey, did y'all hear what he just said? Hold on, before we get, can you repeat that, please, Mr. Smith?
I said, when you're chasing that doctorate, that's how I gotta go, man. Trying to be all that I could be and all the rest of that. But every so often, I will have a team that will pull me out of the studies and whatnot. And I'm gonna ask you this, right? And firstly, salute to the chat, salute to the panel, salute to everybody here and whatnot, salute to everybody. How did you feel about that? How did you feel?
I felt this team. I felt the team. I felt the team played lazy until they needed to win. I think we saw the real Bucks in the fourth quarter. I honestly feel like that. They looked like a completely different team in the fourth quarter. I felt like they was like, damn, we might lose. And then they're like, hey, y'all, let's play for real. You could almost see them in a timeout like, hey, we got to play for real now. Hey, we might lose. Come on, y'all. Held them to like 22 points. And go ahead. What you say?
Like flipping the switch, right?
Yeah.
Like flipping the switch, right? Do you think that's a good habit to get in?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But that's what they do, but I don't approve of it. Let me just be honest. I know that it's coming, but I don't approve of it. I'm not a fan.
So here's my thing with this, right? I'm always happy for a win. I don't care who we beat. I definitely approve of beating up on little kids. I'm a bully. I don't care where we got to get the wins. Get the damn wins, especially if we're coming off of a West Coast trip where we were embarrassed. I didn't get to come on the chat. I probably wasn't a good person to come on the chat.
You probably
played off the
All right, we were snapping. Don't worry, we were snapping.
We got ran out of the building in Golden State. We got ran out of the building in Sacramento. We lost to a Laker team that had no LeBron, did not have a healthy Anthony Davis, and we choked in the last minute. And we barely beat a Clipper team that did not have Paul George, Kawhi, Russell Westbrook, and played less than 24 hours before. In my mind, I'm thinking we were going to come and steamroll somebody. Somebody got to feel that. You know what I mean? And we didn't turn on the switch until the fourth quarter, exactly what you said. I am happy that we got the win. I'm happy that Brook Lopez looked good in this game, right? It's nice to see that he's not playing a game where he didn't look like his feet hurt the entire time, right? Because he plays like he got blisters on his feet all the time, right? You know what I mean? I'm happy that we got that. I don't know how it's going to change because they're an older team with older sensibilities, right? And so the regular season is just not going to faze them the way that it phases us. They don't care. They don't care about like steamrolling teams. They're just trying to get to the finish line. And my fear is that they feel like they're going to flip on the switch, not knowing that everyone else could flip on the switch too.
Right.
The same thing.
But that's what we were talking about before, though, Mr. Smith, that this team has a lot of arrogance in them. This team has a lot of arrogance. Dame was sleepwalking that whole game into the fourth quarter. Now all of a sudden he playing the way we was asking him to play the whole game. This team is very arrogant. I'm gonna tell you right now, this team is wild arrogant. Go ahead,
That's
Mr.
troubling.
Smith.
That's troubling, right? But let's be positive, right? So here's the positive twist. I like what I'm seeing from AJ Green, and I can be honest, I did not expect this. So he's developing because there was the I guess the not the stereotype, but like the aura
One
around the
second,
Bucks.
1 second, Mr. Smith. Somebody sent shouting you out here in the super chat. Hold on 1 second. Pass said, appreciate the 199 super chat. Doctorate, so no more Mr. Smith. Hello, Dr. Smith. Salute,
I appreciate.
salute to
Long way to
Pass,
go.
right. Hey, I told
You
y'all
gonna
we
keep
got
it
the
all the
most
way real?
intelligent people on this podcast. Now they slowly releasing information. Slowly releasing information about the intelligence. Go ahead, Mr. Smith.
I love you all. I got a long way to go. We're not gonna fraud the people. I got a long way to go. So I'll come back when that happens. By that point, we might have 6 rings, or Giannis might be old and retired. I'll let you know.
All right,
No,
go ahead, Mr. Smith. And then
the thing
Pronte,
that
you
used to
tap
surround the
in.
Bucks was that we couldn't develop younger talent, right? And we're developing. So I like that part of it. I really need these guys to start taking the regular season seriously, if for no other reason. That's my fault.
Oh, that's all good.
They have to condition. Good. My phone is blowing up. I'm sorry. Certain things need to be conditioned. Like they need to become muscle memory. Like certain actions need to become muscle memory. Certain hustle, certain efforts, certain decisions. And if you're playing half behind basketball, I'm not going to curse. That also is habit forming, right? And you're going to get to the playoffs with bad habits, thinking that you could flip the switch. And then when everyone else turns up, you're not going to be able to find game where you thought you were. You think that you're going to go from a level 5 to a level 9. Everyone else is going to go from whatever their version of level 5 is to level 9, and you're going to be floundering. And that's my concern. We are, and this is not a criticism, this is a fact. We are probably the slowest team in basketball.
That's a fact.
It doesn't mean we can't be effective. It just means that for us to be effective, we have to be in position all the time. We need to get back and have our shell of defense up all the time. We need to be smarter than everyone, because outside of Giannis, we're not going to out physical anyone.
Appreciate you, Eliza.
You feel me? We're not with Brook Lopez, when he's literally is out of position, he's a nothing.
Nothing. Yep.
He's not going to be able to get physical and get back in and hustle back into position and make something out of nothing. If he's beat, he's all the way beat. They're going to run circles around him. So that would be my concern. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but this flip the switch thing that I'm seeing is troubling, man.
But we were kind of talking about that the last podcast with Pronte and the rest of the panel about them not being serious and kind of just trying to moonwalk through the regular season, waiting for the playoff. And that's why I keep saying this team is wild arrogant, because if they were bad, they'd be bad all the time. But when they need to play serious, they play serious. This team, what they did in the fourth quarter is night and day from the first 3 quarters. It was night and day. And you're not going to tell me they got more legs in the fourth quarter than they do in the first quarter. You're not going to tell me that. You're not going to tell me that. Everybody hustling, running, communicating. So you're telling me you don't take the NBA serious in the regular season. That's what they saying. Go ahead, Pronte. You go ahead and get your take, bro. Oh, go ahead, Daniel. You want to go? Go ahead, Daniel.
Yeah, I'll go real quick for Pronte. I know he's going to go in. So I wanted to go ahead real quick. But I was going to, like...
What up, Janet?
I ran it Smith, I ran it two shows ago about AJ Green not even being in the game. It was like 2 EMPs, he didn't play at all. And I went off because I was like, this is why I went off, because I know he can play like this. I know this guy can play. I mean, he was hitting shots, and I was like, man, he almost had 17 points today. Almost 17 points. One ball didn't go in. And I'm like, if you could just give him some time, give him some shine. I understand that, like you said, Amber, that they can't put him in starting because Beasley has to start because of the contract. But still, you see it. You guys saw that. Like, he gave us a spark that we needed, and that's why I get mad at Doc for not playing him. And it's your point, Amber. You saying they're being arrogant. If they stop being arrogant, play the guys they need to play, and don't worry about nobody's feelings, they should win one of these games more comfortably and play better. And look how Brook played at the end of the game. He blocked he blocked Maxey twice. And he even let him get in there. He just blocked him. I'm like, where's this? This is what all he wanted you to do. Just go in that. Just don't let them come in like that. But I mean, again, granted they did call the game differently, but this is what I wanted from Brook. He gave some shots, but he was getting some post up in there. I'm like,
hold on 1 second. 1 second. 2 comments I want y'all to see here, and then I'm gonna get these 2 super chats. So Eliza said, "I don't view them as arrogant, just lazy." I feel like that might be that's a fair assessment. That's fair. The ladies in the chat been screaming at. So is it lazy? Is it being lazy? Or is it a combination of both?
Combination.
I think it's both.
I say.
Yeah,
I think some players are arrogant and some players are lazy.
That's fair.
Some players are arrogant, some players are. I think Dame's arrogant. Brook Lopez plays lazy sometimes.
That's a fair point. You know what? That's a fair point. Hold on 1 second before you go in, Pronte. Let me get this super chat. Zobair Zuzu said, "Who do you think the Bucks will face in the first round, Indiana or Miami? If I were the Bucks, I'd prefer Indiana." Hell no. That's the thing. We shouldn't be avoiding nobody. I want to play Miami. I want to play Boston. That's what y'all gotta understand. Stop avoiding smoke. If you are a king, in order to be a king, you gotta slay another king. That's what you do. That you gotta slay kings. You gotta cut their head off and drag them back home. No, we not avoiding nobody. Let's play Miami. Let's play Boston. We cut like that now. We shouldn't be scared of nobody. No. That's. I got one more here, Pronte. 1 second. Here we got a hater. No Strays ENT. Shout out to you. Appreciate the $4.99 super chat. Congratulations to the Bucks for getting a quality win against Kelly Oubre and.
Now, if we would have lost, you would have said,
no straight. No straight. You, damn it, bro. Go ahead, Pronte. This man that threw me off. Go ahead, Pronte.
That was hilarious, though.
Right, yeah, he funny dude. What up, Keith? Go ahead, Pronte.
Hey, you know what, man? I agree with Dr. Smith.
Yeah, we gonna call him Dr. Yeah, now it's Dr. Smith. Yeah, I like it. I
agree with Dr. Smith. You know what I mean? A lot of what he said was on point. He said, man, for the people. Hey, man, I don't know how you doing on papers at the doctorate level. That's a whole nother level right there. It's a whole nother strain right there. So I feel for you, brother.
Right.
But, I think it's arrogant and lazy. Some players are arrogant. Some players are lazy. Clearly. Jake, and some players are washed. Let's be honest.
Some players are. I agree with
some players are washed.
Let's have that after you finish your comments, Pronte. Let's talk about the players that we perceive as being washed. I like to have that, but go ahead, Pronte.
I'll
say
wait for that.
Some players like that's getting, and this is on Doc. This is really on Doc, because some players are obviously washed. Gallinari's obviously washed. He shouldn't get any minutes. Like, why? What did he do to deserve minutes? Like, no, he didn't. Absolutely nothing. He didn't do nothing before he came here to deserve minutes. So it's like, how does he start down there playing these minutes? I don't over AJ Green, over Ajax, over even Beauchamp. He's washed. And then when he came in, he gave you nothing. So he proved he was washed. So I don't understand how you can keep putting him in the game like this. He's washed. I don't understand that. AJ Green is legit, man. I saw him. The reason why we had such a good defensive fourth quarter was because of AJ Green defense on Maxey. Like, he stayed in front of him. He turned him around a couple times. He slowed him down. Maxey was trying to do what he was trying to do, and AJ Green was there. He was there. He didn't get crossed up. He didn't get blown by. He stayed in front of him. That's more than you can say for a lot of Bucks guards.
But now we said that a month ago, Pronte. We said that a month ago. Mr. Smith was here too when we was talking about that. Dr. Smith, my apologies. We was talking about this. We was talking about AJ Green defense is better than you think. AJ Green defense is better than you think.
It might be better than Beasley's and Dame's.
I agree.
For example, he might, as a guard, he might have the best defense on the team. So that's
his confidence is short.
His confidence, but he knows how to stay in front of people. He knows how to use his feet. he slides left to right. You know what I mean? More than he gives effort. None of the other players do, or they don't do all three. He does all three. So you can build with all that. And then he don't extend enough energy on defense that he can't shoot a shot. Now, you know what I mean? He can still go back down the court and make his same 3-pointer. That's what happens when you have a young player who doesn't get tired just because he plays defense. I mean, I think that's just the lamest excuse I ever seen in my life. I get tired, so I can't play good offense because I gotta play defense. Man, get out of here! I don't want to hear that.
Well, check this out, Pronte. Now listen to what Janet said. Now, Janet MOC said we can't expect our senior citizen team to play hard defense for 48 minutes. So, is this team picking their spots? That's a valid point, Janet.
That's more. Let me finish this. That's more of a case for playing the young players in spot minutes. So they don't get tired. You see what I'm saying? So they always fresh. Our senior citizen team don't play good when they're tired. So if you put an AJ Green, an Ajax in a game for 5 to 10 minutes, you might keep them fresh. You might keep them fresh. You might keep them legs moving. You might keep a sustained momentum in the game. But it's still, if you go to Nari and he can't move because he walked in the game because he whatever. He done tore 5 knees out. You know what I mean? So you ain't gonna get
Gallo
the same
walk
sustain.
like John Elway do right now. But go ahead,
yeah, man. Like he tore 5 of his knees out. I mean, he don't have knees. So I mean, Giannis kind of hobbled. So it's like let's be real.
Hold on 1 second.
I agree with you, Aim. Go get the super chat there.
Hold on 1 second. Let me just get that one real quick. Shout out to my man Dre West. Appreciate the 199 super chat. I also agree with Dr. Smith. Salute. They at that man today. So it's the positive amount of motivation. Hey, it's a positive motivation. We speaking into existence for you. This the real friends and family here. Y'all see the support we give each other here. Salute. Let's get them likes up. Salute. You part of Bucks Nation, a Friends and Family Network. Hit the like button. Go ahead, Pronte.
Yeah, you know what? I just look at the schedule coming up. This is gonna be a gauntlet coming up. You got some quality teams coming in the Pfizer Forum. So those ain't the games you can just be like nonchalant, or else you're gonna get blown out the gym. You're gonna embarrass yourself. You got Phoenix coming up. If you nonchalant in that game, you will embarrass yourself. Boston, you will embarrass yourself. The Pelicans, you will get embarrassed. OKC, you will get embarrassed. So the Bucks got to be careful about them habits they're forming, because sometimes you gotta show up for everything. And if you only used to showing up 1 game out of 5 all game, then you might be in trouble against some of these teams coming in. Because all of the teams in the West, guess what they doing? They fighting for playoff position. So they gonna come in with their best shot because they need to win a game to get their seat. And the Bucks is out here like, man, you know what? I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna pick it up in the 4th quarter. I think that's when we gonna play defense, and I bring a lot of that on Dame because that's his energy he's bringing.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, why you ain't shoot the ball in the 2nd quarter? Like, man, come on, man, shoot the ball. I don't care what you're talking about.
You ain't never seen him bench, bro. Go ahead, Pronte.
I'm just saying, like, he's a great player when he's aggressive. He's average when he's not. And that's what he has to realize. If I'm aggressive the whole game, it makes the whole. What was the difference? It was AJ Green, and when the Bucks made that run with Giannis on the bench, it was Dame Lillard being aggressive, make or miss. He was creating stuff for everybody. The defense was sucking in. He wasn't just playing and doing little lazy passes and just passive, playing real passive. When he's aggressive, the whole offense looks better.
We're 21-0 when Dame shoots 50%. This team is undefeated when Dame shoots literally undefeated.
I mean, when they was complaining about Dame and he wouldn't take shots, he was like 3 for 5.
Right.
Like, why are you not taking more shots? Like, why are you not taking more shots, Dame? Like, this is against the 76. You see Maxey going hard, hard. He getting off. He feeling his mojo. You go feel your mojo the whole game. Feel it the whole game. And I bet y'all blow him out. See, if you want blowouts, Dame has to play hard the whole game. He has to bring his energy the whole game. He has to bring his aggression the whole game. He has to want it the whole game. He can't just be like, you know what, I'm going to take 2 quarters off, man, and then 4th quarter, you know what I do. It's Dame time. In the playoffs, that is not going to work. In the playoffs, that's not gonna work. We know team that it could be Jaylen Brown giving you buckets for 40 minutes a game. You know what I mean? You gotta
Yeah.
be on it. You know, so you can't just be like, I'm just gonna show up in the fourth quarter. We need you the whole quarter because Middleton, MIA Middleton, you know, he ain't
Shout out to
guaranteed
B
to
Shack.
play.
Street Clothes East. Shout out to B Shack. 1
Street Coast
second,
East.
Fronte.
So if Street Coast East ain't there, you got to show up the whole game, man. Like, come on, man.
Oh,
I
hold
Listen,
on 1
got,
I've
I
second.
got,
Let me
coached.
get Nick
Go
in. I
ahead.
know more to you super chat. 1 second. 1 second. I know more to you. Appreciate the $5 super chat. Ajax needs to get minutes with Green. Ajax defense is the best of the guards. The other players are old and looking for Giannis to save them. Play the young. I agree. What
I
up,
agree.
Nick? Appreciate the 199 super chat. Point out Colt. Can you explain that? I think I'm confused by your statement, Nick, but salute to you. Put another comment in the chat to explain it. I might have missed something. Go ahead, Pronte. Then we'll spin the block to Mr. Dr.
Okay.
Smith and then go to the
Dr.
Bleacher
Smith.
Report. Just for today. We at you just for today. Just for
No,
today.
no, 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 no. It's
We
Dr.
was,
Smith and
just
our
for
own.
today.
No, it's Dr. Smith. It's Dr. Smith. I don't care how
So,
far away. You one step closer today than you was yesterday.
You
So
see the
Exactly.
positive? You see the
you know,
positive? Salute to Pronte.
so you know what I mean. Dr. Smith is where it's at.
Right.
You know, but you
Right.
know, I just think the Bucks. I'm gonna treat them like the Packers now. You know,
that's a conversation we need to have, man.
I don't treat them
Oh
like
yeah.
the Packers. I don't treat them like the Packers. I'm gonna just be happy with wins and progress.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because they haven't showed inconsistency. Remember when the Packers was playing at the beginning of the season? They always
Mm.
do a false start. They always drop a pass. They always do some goofy stuff, you know, and then they clicked towards the end.
All at the same
You know,
time.
Mhm.
all at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah,
And
you're
the
All at
Bucks
the
right.
are all inconsistent. They play in the first, don't play in the second. Somebody get a switch, somebody else don't get a switch. You know, but if they click at the same time, they're gonna be tough. Only difference
when that
between the Bucks and the Packers is the Bucks are old, the Packers are young.
Yeah.
My thing is like that means the Bucks got to win now. The Packers
Yeah.
got a future, and that's the difference between the two teams. But they're both
Mm.
new. They're both just coming together. They both trying to figure each other out. So I think that if they click and they because I don't believe in this. We gonna do it at playoffs. Hey, y'all better start doing it now because realistically, you only got 6 games left that really matter. Because April games do not matter.
Correct.
April games is getting ready for the playoffs. The playoffs start the week after April. So
Okay, now speaking
April
of the
games don't
playoffs,
matter.
Pronte, I got a
Go
question
ahead.
for all three of y'all. The Mr. Cool posed in the chat. Mr. Cool said playoffs are played with 8 to 9 players. Shout out to Mr. Cool also. So who are the 9 players? I think that's a great question. I'm gonna let you go first, Pronte, then Bleach Report boss, and then you know.
I think of course the starting lineup, you got Bobby P, you got Pat, because Pat's proven it. Pat's proven it. He's been playing really good lately. Is that 7?
Mm-hmm.
And then you got AJ Green.
That's it. That's it to me.
I don't see anybody else that's playable.
I don't think
You
Crowder's
know,
playable like that. Only in
I mean,
spots.
and Crowder, but he has to be like on the bench. Like he has to be on the bench. He has to be on the bench. He has to come off the bench, and if he don't give you, he just needs to play dog defense. If you're not seeing dog defense out in corner threes getting knocked out, you might as well pull him. You
That's
know,
a
so
fact.
Crowder. I say
Okay,
Crowder.
who would you go with? Who would you go with? Go ahead, Dr. Smith. Go ahead.
So I was saying that Jay Crowder's like that interchangeable night. Yeah, I agree with that. I had a couple points with that. See, here's the thing. Like, I don't know that we're arrogant or slow just because of Dame's mentality. I don't think he's helping it, right? But I think it existed even before he got here. Because I used to say the same thing last year watching Chris Middleton play. Like, it just wasn't an all the time thing. You know what I mean? And I think they know at this point, because they've been in the league so long, that it's a marathon, and they just don't get excited about the marathon anymore. They don't get excited about it, right? Younger players haven't been in the league long enough to earn that cachet, so they're just happy to be on the floor. They're just happy to be going up against top flight competition, so they're happy to be in the game. These dudes, like Brook Lopez, for example, Brook Lopez has been playing basketball since the Nets was still in New Jersey, playing in the Continental Airlines. I went to watch him play. I've seen him play in Jersey. This is when I was still up top. You know what I mean? That's a lifetime ago. And because I remember this, because I got the nosebleed seats, and I was sitting there watching him on the floor run by Jay-Z and Beyonce, and I was like, there go Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like that. That's how long ago that was. I was in the nosebleeds, like back up there in the old Continental Stadiums. I'm short. I could touch the ceiling of the stadium. That's how long he goes back, right? He's been playing basketball for a long time, right? Chris Middleton been playing basketball for a long time. I was sitting there watching some of the old clips of Damian Lillard for the Blazers. All of these guys have been playing basketball for a good long time. I'm happy that you brought up the Packers and whatnot, and some of the moves that they've made, right? I know this is not a football chat, but
Yeah, we gonna start having them though next year, next season. We gonna be on that too. Go ahead though.
For sure, and I think it's an interesting time, right? Because you see what some of the stuff that they've done. I think there are a lot of comparisons that you could draw, right? The Packers, Brian Gutekunst, their GM, is ruthless, almost to the point of being too cold, right?
Cutthroat.
Yeah,
he on some Griselda Blanco. He don't care. He Griselda Blanco. It don't even matter. Cut him.
How old?
Exactly. You missed 4 games. That's it. There's no sentimentality. You missed 4 games. Well, you know what that means, right? You know what I mean? And we don't care who you are. Aaron Jones, Terrell Davis. You could be Barry Sanders, whatever. You missed 4 games. You 30 years old. See you later, right? Our guy, John Horst, I've said, is the consigliere. He gets it done, right? And I still think that he's a fantastic GM. However, one of the things that we do have on this squad is a lot of guys the same age who just don't get excited about this part of the season.
That's true.
And like I said, my concern is, while I understand that, it can lead to a blasé product sometimes, where I'm like, Pronte, I'm just happy to get a win, because I've come to expect that we're not going to get up for these types of games. So I do think that the electricity will be there against a team like Boston. I don't know if we'll win, but I do think that you'll see better effort. I do think you'll see better effort against some of those teams, but you can't count on that. And certain things do get conditioned.
Exactly, Brenda.
It gets conditioned to muscle memory. Like, take, for example, I know you guys all heard it, right? That interview that Damian Lillard had, where he was talking about one of the ways that he and Giannis started to get on the same page. It got to the point where they had to split practice in half, right? Everyone else on one side of the court, Dame and Giannis on the other side of the court. And you guys will run 2-man actions until you're ready to fall out, right? To commit these things to muscle memory, right? And so they can come off instinctively. See, it's one thing to know what you have to do academically, right? But in the heat of the moment, when you're going up against other NBA level competition, it's like being punched in the face. Like, if you ever been in a fight, you know what you got to do if you train for that fight. But then you get punched in the face and you fall back into old habits, because they punch the game plan right out your face, right? And so now, whatever it is that you've conditioned to muscle memory, that's what you're falling back on, because you're not thinking as much, you're just reacting. And if you haven't conditioned those things to muscle memory, then it's not going to come easily. That's what I'm afraid of when it comes to the Bucks, that they are getting too used to playing half-ass, so that when they get punched in the face, which is going to happen in the playoffs, they're going to fall back into whatever it is that they've conditioned into them. And you've been playing basketball for too long to not know that, right? There's a reason that when Miami fought back against us last year really hard, all of the mid guys on our team just started missing shots wholesale. Everyone
That's a fact. That's a fact.
The lid went on the rim for everyone but Chris Middleton. Everyone else was like brick, like, you know what I mean? And it was just, we had one game of brilliant, beautiful basketball. That was game 2, where we shot Miami out the gym. Every other game was like because we had gotten too used to being in the habit of flipping the switch when we felt like it. And now we were going up against basketball's version of the 49ers or the Baltimore Ravens in Miami, right? You have to condition that into your body. You have to get used to it physically, what that grind feels like, being able to go for a full 48 minutes full tilt. And you have to be able to make those decisions at a moment. That's why I think we lost the Lakers game. I wasn't here after that game, right? But so I'm not, I know I'm hitting like the rewind button or whatever, but did you guys see like the last play of the game defensively?
Yeah.
When Damian Lillard and Brook Lopez were just like two completely lost in space. They
Right.
don't have certain things committed to muscle memory yet. You're wasting time. You're wasting these opportunities. These are the games where you commit this stuff to muscle memory. So every time you half-ass it against a team that you should be just walking by, you've missed another opportunity. Right? You know what I mean? And so
how much is that?
concern.
How much, Mr. Smith? How much is that? Is because believe it or not, the team revolves around the leaders on the team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think we kind of know that, and Dame is a leader on the team just by his presence.
Right.
And how much is that him playing a little bit of Portland mentality in Milwaukee? You know what I mean?
I think
Because he has us. I hear it in the press conference. Man, we 20 games above 500. We'll be fine. You know, but that's not the point. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
The Bucks Nation has always been 20 games above 500.
See,
you
right.
see what I'm saying?
For the last,
that's
right.
nothing.
Straight up, and all of the 2020s, right? Straight up.
Yeah,
that's
so
true.
we've been at that, but we know we've seen what it takes to win a championship, and it's not the way that inconsistency doesn't work in the playoffs. And yes, you got to get some luck, even if you're good.
Correct.
So you can't just be like, I'm gonna take game 2 off and come back in game 3. No, bro, no. You better try to win every game because once a team gets momentum, like the Bucks did against Phoenix, it could be over.
Right.
It could be over. So you don't take none of it for granted by building them habits.
Chris Middleton wish he looked like me, brother. But carry on, y'all.
I saw that.
Chris
I saw that.
No.
I was like, no, that's true.
Go ahead, right? We not doing that. You my boy, but we not doing that. Damn, my wife would be mad as hell if I look like Chris Middleton. Damn.
You want to hear the joke?
She be swinging in the air. She be swinging in the air. But go ahead, y'all. Let me quit wilding. Shout out to Chris Middleton. Get back on the team healthy, sir.
I'm in the gym the other day. This lady gonna tell me, she was like, I just finished watching The Equalizer. You look like Denzel Washington. I was like, okay, well, firstly, I do take that as a compliment. But Denzel Washington is 70 years old. Are you saying that I look like
that's the slick jab, right? That's the slick jab. Right. That's the slick jab right there.
Oh, I'm not that old. Damn it, man. Like, you know what I mean? If you'd have said Malcolm X, Denzel Washington, I'd have floated home. But nah, that's my thing though. I think that that older mentality definitely it feeds into it. I do think that it existed on this team. It predated Dame. I don't think he's doing anything to change it. I do get upset sometimes, not all the time, but I do get upset sometimes that Giannis is the clear-cut leader on the team. He's the best Buck ever.
Correct.
And there aren't enough people that follow in his mentality.
That's what we've been saying. Correct.
That's what I'm saying.
Motor,
that's exactly what I'm saying.
I'm
saying they're more likely to follow Dame's mentality than Giannis' mentality. And Dame's mentality presents inconsistencies from game to game, like they present inconsistencies from quarter to quarter. Even though he's a great player, Dame, and we've seen enough of Dame, he will take 2 or 3 quarters off.
Like, that's a fact. That's a fact.
I'll just wait till the fourth. Now you see a couple players not playing hard for 2 or 3 quarters. You see what I'm saying?
That's fair. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like that, and that's why I think we're seeing some of this because Dame is a leader of this team. He's one of the big prominent leaders of this team, especially with Middleton not playing.
Then they need a Pat Beverly. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry, my fault.
No, I was going to say, you know who Dame remind me of? You saying this? Randy Moss.
Randy Moss.
Always take play off, man. He's like, he was a great player, just destroying team, and then like sometimes you're like, man, I'll take a play off here and there, and I'm like, oh.
Well, see, that's when they need someone like a Pat Beverly to pull him aside and give them the reps.
Correct. That's what Pat Bev is here for. I agree with that.
You are not. It's bad enough that when we see Dame do it, that's infuriating, right? But Dame is also 32 years old and whatnot. and he's been playing basketball for a long time. I'm not excusing it. I just understand it a little better. But from other players, I don't understand it at all. You barely get minutes, and you playing like that. You're squandering the little bit of
My
Oh,
minutes you
bad,
get.
I said,
Elijah.
You
Sorry,
can't
Trey.
shoot,
Smith, I said that yet last time. Like
right?
you
You know
a
what I'm
role
saying?
player.
You can't
You
shoot
what you
40-foot
doing?
threes off of a rhythm dribble moving to your left. He
Off of
can't.
1 foot.
Right? He can't.
No,
You know
no,
what I'm
you know
saying?
who
So
can?
I
Brook
get upset
Lopez
when
can
he
shoot
does it, but
55-foot 3-pointers,
Yeah, you
maybe 10
can.
of them again with a Euro step.
you, you,
So
you feel me? So
you
like
know,
some guys, I don't agree with the privilege that comes with talent, but it exists. And when I get annoyed
Valid,
at
Mr.
him, just
Cool.
understand that I'm for
valid.
sure gonna get annoyed at you because you don't have the cachet built up to take any plays off, right? You don't. You don't. So it especially when I see someone like a Pat Beverly, who's one of the oldest on the team now, and
Playing
he's given
hard.
that kind,
Playing
and he's
hard.
given it. What is your excuse, man? That your level up, your power up, your turn up. You think that's my issue is that when you decide to turn up, you're not going to be the only one at that party doing that. Everyone is going to be turned up, but everyone's going to be
Yeah,
turned up with
that's a
good
fact. He said
basketball.
everybody gonna be turned up at the party.
Exactly.
Everyone's going to be
I'm with you
playoffs.
on that.
Everyone's going to be
It's the
turned up.
playoffs.
You think
Everybody
Space is
turned
going
up.
fast?
Hit the like button. Do y'all not see this good game being spread here, friends and
I just
family? Let's get the likes
I
up.
just
We should be at 80
everybody
likes
turned up in the
almost, y'all.
playoffs.
Come on, it's the free
Everybody
Everyone
turned up.
does.
99.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Like
Everyone
everybody
does.
turned up
It's
in the
one of the
playoffs.
sports where it's more than any other sport that I watch. I watch a lot of sports, right? But more than any other sport that I watch, there is a major difference between regular season play
All right.
and
One
playoff.
second,
Play-
Doc Smith. Let's go here. Kenny Mack said Boston clinched the playoff spot. Bucks can clinch on Tuesday if they win. Update y'all. Hey, that's good to hear. That's good news. That's good news. We'll
For
clinch our
sure.
playoff spot. That's good news.
I was for sure not this. I always feel, and I think this is what the Bucks think, right? The playoffs are a very easy thing in basketball to get to, right? You know what I mean? You could be 10th place and still in contention for a playoff spot, theoretically, right? And especially these days. You don't even have to just get the 8th spot. You can be a play-in team. That was how Miami got in, right?
Correct.
Miami made it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. They
They
were a
was this
playoff.
close for losing
They were a
though.
playing team.
Yeah,
Right.
you
So
remember?
Yeah,
it
yeah,
devalues all of that.
Mhm.
It devalues all of that, right? It's
yeah.
so
But
I think that's the reason why I think that's a point to make is because I think that's what the Bucks think. I think the Bucks are just like, look, we could
but
sleepwalk into the playoffs.
and I hear you on that. I hear you on that. The only difference is Miami ain't won nothing doing that. So they can. So I don't understand why you would follow Miami
No.
Damn,
blueprint. You
Prote.
can't. They haven't won a championship doing that.
Damn. Man.
So it's like, why would you follow Miami's blueprint? But that's what I think they're doing too, Dr. Smith. But they got to think about if your goal is to win a championship. Did Miami win a championship playing like that? What they do in the finals? A team that played consistent all year ran through them. And that's what will happen again when you
Like
play
fuck.
like that. Because eventually they expose you for your
No, so
inconsistencies.
I think it's a defense mechanism, right? Because I do think guys realize that if they empty the tank now, they're just not going to have anything for the playoffs. And so they're doing their very best to preserve themselves. And I think that is problematic. And it's indicative of the fact that the main core of our team are all over 30 years old. All of the main contributors to the team are guys who've been in the league for a long time, right? So I do expect for them to turn up in the playoffs. I'm fearful of the fact that they think that they could just turn the switch on and because everyone else is going to do that very same thing. But when you don't infuse a team with more youth than that, then this is what you get. This is when the pendulum is too far to this side, right? If you're too young, then you look goofy and silly and look like you don't know what you're doing, and there's a whole bunch of people with no experience. When you're too old, you get a whole bunch of guys who absolutely know what they're doing, but they're at a point now where their bodies may be failing them. It's taking them a long time to heal from certain things. They're tired. They make business decisions when it comes to going up for blocks and whatnot. I'm not going to do it now. I'm not going to empty out the tank and whatnot. We'll turn up super hard for certain games and whatnot and run the risk of conditioning bad habits that may come back to bite them in matters when it matters most, right? We haven't done enough to wean ourselves off of the dependence on players who are constantly injured or too slow, right? You called it, Amber. We should have moved away from Brook Lopez a while ago. This is the Packers comparison, right? Because the Packers believe in going a year too early versus going a year too late.
Too late, correct.
The Packers believe in paying you for what you're gonna do versus paying you for what you've done. You know what I mean? And so their monies aren't tied up in bad contracts for the most part. I'm not saying that we have bad contracts or anything like that. I'm just
we
saying
got a bad
that
contract. Chris Middleton is a bad contract. We're not doing that today. Chris Middleton is a bad contract. We're not going to do that today. No. This is a great day. Tell us about what you got going on, Dr. Smith. But no. We're not giving no passes today. Brook Lopez, terrible contract. Chris Middleton, terrible contract. Terrible contract. Terrible. And he gave us a discount. Are you kidding me? What kind of discount when you don't play? You don't even play. And I know we got the playoff Middleton. I get that. But you have to be able to play in the playoffs to be playoff Middleton. Are you capable of playing through the whole playoffs, Chris? And you know what? Talk about Chris. I be mad when he smile. When he smile, I be upset. I'm upset that you happy. Why are you happy and you not helping this team? I see you smiling, tapping people on the back, having a good old time chilling on the bench. Your team is out there fighting like cats and dogs. You chilling. You chilling, bro. As a man, you should want to be out there helping your team. The only reason you still here is because of Giannis Antetokounmpo. We know that. No one wanted to sign you. Giannis wanted you because you his boy. And that's how you doing by not playing over a sprained ankle?
The only thing I would say to that is...
don't worry. Don't worry. Hold on, Dr. Smith. He's getting close to coming back. Don't worry, Amara. He's getting close to playing 10 minutes.
Let me get this super chat before I let you black out. Hold on 1 second. Hoy Street E, appreciate the $20 super chat. Dame expected it to be easier playing with Giannis, had a rude awakening. That's actually a lot harder, more expectations, and now we hear excuses. He's lonely. He has no life. Giannis been through that 10 times. That's a fact. That I agree with you there. Shout out to you. Yeah, that's valid. That's valid. Shout out to you, Hoy Street E. Go ahead, Pronte. But yeah, Middleton, man, he should build a school in the inner city or something for all the stealing he doing. Go ahead, Pronte.
Don't worry. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. Middleton is close to coming back. He's close. He's close to coming back. He's close. He'll be back by next year. And then he'll be injured after the first 10 games. So he's close. But he's close. He's real close.
Here's my thing with that. I think part of it is to help. This is what I said this in another chat a while ago, right? I think because Chris Middleton and Damian Lillard do a lot of similar things. They're not identical players, right? But they do a lot of similar things. They had a lot of similar responsibilities, right? They need Damian Lillard's and Giannis's two-man game to get on point. That much we know, right? They know that they have it already with Chris, but they did not have it with Dame. It was off, right? The guys didn't know where to give the ball and whatnot. I think, and I could be wrong, and I'm not saying that this is the right approach, but I think this is their thinking on it, was that if the cement is not dry yet between Dame and Giannis, if there's still things that they have to do to get that relationship online, then if Chris is out there, it takes away from that, because Chris will sit there, and I've seen it this season. He'll watch, it's not going, and then he'll just take over. We can't afford to wait much longer. We got to win this game. And so he will actually step in and start doing the things that we want.
Please look at this comment,
Dame to do.
Dr. Smith. Did you see that comment? Did you see this from Derek after
That's
dark?
Alright.
Middleton is close to being close to coming back. It's crazy. That's right. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. That was hilarious.
Right.
Bro,
So there's a part, right? It frustrates me too, right? Because it's like the third season that he's missing like a chunk of time, right? I have to force myself to walk away from it and come back so that I don't become a toxic fan, right? Because if we're looking at logically, if we're trying to be reasonable, right? We know that not all sprained ankles are created equal, and that there's some sprained ankles that could take you right out of it, right? Mm-hmm. We saw his foot get sprained, so it's not like a mystery, like injury that happened behind closed. Say again, what happened?
Man,
not all Middleton injuries are created equal. Every time Middleton injury, he might have been multiply it by 10. I'm gonna just be honest. He get injured, he might be out 10 extra games because it happened to him.
Hold on 1 second. Eliza, this is the problem. Eliza, you were the one that wanted to keep Middleton. You wanted to keep Brooke and keep all these old dudes. The older you get more injuries you get. I can tell you that from working out. I work out 5-6 days a week. And I know the older I get, there's more injuries. And I have to do things differently to compensate for some of the injuries. That's the problem. These last 2 years is the problem. That's what we saying, Eliza. He's not healthy. If he's not going to stay healthy, he can't help this team. We got to start remembering old bodies. Old bodies are from years ago. That's years ago. What have you done for me lately? Do you remember that song? Ooh, yeah. That's what we wait on. What have you done lately? And that's nothing. Nothing, Eliza. He done missed 30 games. Are we paying $35 million for 40 games a year? That's the problem. He can't stay on the court. I'd rather have Tobias Harris. At least he gonna play every game, damn near. This is ridiculous. He's only gonna get worse as he gets older, Eliza. He's not gonna get more healthy.
Hold on. Tobias Harris sprained his ankle today.
He old too.
I think there's an interesting, like if you're a Packer fan, I think there's an interesting comparison to be made between he and Aaron Jones. Right? Because I think they are outstanding players when they are available and on the field. I think they're force multipliers.
Yeah,
I think Aaron Jones, when he played for the Packers, was a force multiplier. He unlocked their offense. I think the world of Chris Middleton as well. I think he unlocks Milwaukee's offense. I think Milwaukee's offense, when Chris Middleton is not there, I'm seeing Jake Crowder shoot threes bricking off the front of the rim. If I see him brick off the front of the rim another time, I'm gonna get thrown out of my house and come.
I'm gonna get mad if he don't start sitting next to Thanasis. He should be next to Thanasis.
Right. This is what you're stuck with without Chris Middleton. He is a force multiplier. Unfortunately, the reality of sports is that as we get older, it becomes harder and harder to come back from injuries, right? And so when it happens and we start seeing it happen a bunch of times, there is a question that needs to be asked. Do we think that you're going to trend in a better direction beyond this point? Like all of a sudden you're going to be healthier and less injured beyond this point? You're only going to get older. Or do we think that things are going to progressively go downhill? Again, I don't think that he's faking it, because I don't always feel that way. Some people, I definitely feel like they are sandbagging.
No. Dr. Gibson, I don't think he's faking it either. That makes it worse. That makes it even scarier.
No, but he
won't come back. That's my point. Like
that's what I'm saying. It's frustrating.
The fact that he actually won't come back. He's not faking it.
And that's
he's not faking it.
So it's like I'm trying, when I think about this, to not take it out on Chris as if he's at fault or like he's doing something wrong. Because like I said, we saw the ankle injury. It was a freak accident. We saw it. I think we all expected. I even started going back to last year, like when we still had.
He might have a Lonzo Ball injury.
I remember we had a couple of sprained ankles that I saw last year, and it was like roughly 2 weeks. I think Chris Middleton was one of those guys. Chris Middleton had sprained his ankle last year. He was only out for 2 weeks. Drew Holiday, 2 weeks or whatever. Now it's, you know what I mean? I don't know if this is a sign of things to come. I just know that for me to be healthy, thinking on it, I can't consider Chris a part of this team until he's back.
Correct.
I don't
As of right
exactly.
now, you're an additive, right? So I'm looking at this
Exactly.
team as it's currently built as the team that we're going to go into the playoffs with. And if he comes back, then great. If not, we need to start learning how to win in his absence.
We've been doing that all year. We've been doing it all year.
Right. Unfortunately, because I know I can't go.
I remember
of going
you
to
know what?
Bucks.com, looking at the report, waiting on it to come back, because that's what I got to doing. It was making me crazy. I was going on like Bucks.com on the injury report, looking for him to see if he was going to be available. Getting excited when I saw that he was questionable. Get right before the game and see that he's been scratched back out again. I can't do it anymore.
No.
I can't do it anymore.
No.
So rather than become like an unhealthy fan and then I start taking it out on him and all the rest of it, I just look. When you come back, God bless you. Welcome to the team. I'm almost looking at him as like a mid-season trade. The rest of these guys who are here, what you got?
That's Smith. I get scared when Chris Middleton is playing. Every time he dribbles down the court, he looks like he's about to injure himself. Literally, he'd be stumbling, bumbling, and falling. And you're like, dang, dude, legs ain't there. So, even when he plays, even though he is effective, I give him that. And the Bucks are a better offensive team with him on the court. But it doesn't look right anymore. He doesn't seem to be able to do anything without looking like he's about to injure himself. So that's the thing. And I'm with you. I don't think of him as part of the team anymore because I remember when he first got injured and Giannis said one thing. He said one thing in the practice. He was like, well, we also play without Chris Middleton. We went whole seasons without Chris Middleton. So this is not nothing new. So, I mean, for your star player who wants to keep him on the team to actually say that means that he knows we're gonna have to play without Chris Middleton because Chris Middleton gets injured all the time. However, we do need Chris Middleton to win the championship.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think we all know that as a Bucks fan because he does make the offense. His connection with Giannis is way better than Dame's connection with Giannis.
Absolutely.
And their two-man game is way better than Dame and Giannis' two-man game. Way more effective, way harder to stop. So I miss seeing him throw lobs to Giannis. He makes the game so much easier for Giannis, and Giannis makes the game so much easier for him. So when I think about that, we do need Middleton back because having Dame, Giannis, and Middleton makes us way more effective offensively. And Middleton is a smart player. He knows how to play ball. He knows how to play basketball. Middleton knows how to play ball. But can he stay on the court? We don't know.
However, we got to just look at Middleton as a bonus player. We can't expect him to play, but when he plays, he can help.
That's right. Until then, we can just joke about it. Until then, we got to joke about it because we did pay him too much money. We did pay a part-time player too much money. And that's just the bottom line. He's not going to ever play a whole season again in his career. I think we all know that. So he should be making way less money. And that's really the issue. And we got to start playing some of these young guys because when I think about like a team like Golden State won it 2 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Golden State won it 2 years ago. Who helped them win that championship?
Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole was the young up and coming player. He wasn't an old guy. You see what I'm saying? The Bucks didn't develop that. I think that's their biggest issue. They need somebody that they're developing that's young, that's going to contribute with the vets. The Bucks have, and this is where John Horst is at fault. He never found a player to develop with Giannis that's younger that can contribute and carry the load while Draymond Green sits out 10 games, while Chris Middleton sits out his 30 games.
Right. To wean themselves off of the dependence on the older players who are not always going to be there. Right.
So they're just not always going to be there. Yeah.
Never
Great
mind
point.
Chris
Great
So
point.
Middleton. Just leaving Chris Middleton out of it, right? If you are too
yeah,
dependent on just older players, to use Brook for example, right? If you haven't
yeah,
learned to wean yourself off of those players and develop someone in their absence, then that means when those guys are not available for whatever reason, you're not going to be prepared. That's why I really
Correct.
like the Lakers' approach. They believe in the overlap approach, right? So we just got there are people again. I'm not trying to make this into a football chat, but there's a lot of interesting conversations, and I think parallels that could be made to the two Wisconsin teams, right? We just went out and got Josh Jacobs, who 2 years ago was the best running back in
In the
football,
NFL, facts.
over Derrick Henry, right? We just got him, but we are so uh, emotionally tied to Aaron Jones, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I think that's a beautiful part of being a sports fan, right? Is that you start to look up at players and you look at them like there's nothing wrong with that, right? But as players get older, the business of sports will eventually become into it. You have to keep your team in the best chance to win, the best position to win. If you get too emotionally attached to players, then it's going to be hard for you to see very obvious signs of decline when they start
yeah,
to happen. And it's sad
yeah.
and it's hard. There are very few players that get to go out on their own terms. There are very few
Mm-hmm.
Jerome Bettis stories anymore, right?
We
But
don't
And
see
we're
that
I think
anymore.
I
Period. I don't remember the last one.
I think the only dynasty we've seen in the last 10 years has been Golden State,
Correct.
and that's exactly what they've done, and they're kind of doing it right now. So people come to Golden State out, they might want to be worried because they do. We just played against them. They got some young talent that's on the rise again
Like,
with a
Yep.
Steph Curry, with a Draymond Green, with
I,
a Klay
I
Thompson.
respect.
They can actually do something because those boys actually do look kind of ready to play. You see what
Yep.
I'm saying?
I
And how did they get ready to play? They got playing time. They got developed.
That's
You
a
know what I'm saying?
fact.
In
He's
the regular
spitting.
season,
He's spitting.
we should have done that because we got older players mixed with younger players. We could have developed one or two players that we know are going to have the confidence to contribute in the playoffs. We have not
This
done that. We bailed on them, and we got Gallinari, we got Jay Crowder playing all these minutes. They already maxed out their talent. They're not going to give you any more than they gave you ever,
That's a
ever.
fact.
yeah,
So
I
why
don't.
would you give them
That's
all these minutes? It doesn't make sense. They can come. They don't
we
have to play
we know.
10 games,
We
and
know.
they're going to give you the same thing. So, but AJ Green is going to get better. Beauchamp is going to get better. Ajax is going to get better. So why didn't we just give those minutes, take the L's, take the lumps, and
Mm-hmm.
then
Early in the
now you go in
season.
the playoffs with a fresh um
Vets
Beverly,
with fresh
a
vets.
fresh
With fresh
fresh
vets.
vest in the playoffs. Now you season, and then you got people that you know can give you a boost off the bench. Good, solid boost because they know the players, they know the system, they ready. But the Bucks decided to go real old and stay there and play. They played their stars like 40 minutes a game for at one point, and it didn't make sense. We still would have won those games. We still would have won those games, and we'd have been a much better team right now, a much more consistent team right now. But now we got players that are starting to break down because
Facts.
they played so many minutes, and we didn't play the young guys in the place of those minutes to take some of the pressure off their bodies. So one of those that's just a strategy. That's coaching strategy. That's actually long term planning, and that's on the coaches. That's on Adrian Griffin and Doc because
Yeah,
they
we,
both
we
seem to
should
be
have had
bad
the
at that.
philosophy like how New England had with Belichick. Belichick was selling
Yeah,
people at their highest point and getting all them picks and stuff in return to keep the train moving. He knew his key piece was Tom Brady. Like our key piece is
because we
Giannis, and you build around that. It's
but we
hard
know we
sometimes
know
because of just look at the
Emerald.
comment section, the emotional
Yeah,
attachment to some of these old men. You know what I'm saying? It's you
Emerald. But we know that Ajax got something. He's not fully
correct.
developed, but he got some. We know that Adrian Griffin did not play AJ
Right. AJ
Green,
Green.
but AJ Green, but he had something. And Doc plays with him. He always has something. Beauchamp has something, but they're just sitting on the bench just looking and not getting opportunities to develop and get confidence, in their roles, even if it's 5 to 10 minutes. You know what I mean? It can be an important role where you come in the game and we don't drop off. We
Right.
just keep it rolling. You might actually, because you know how it is. They like, who's that guy? I'm gonna leave him open. And if you seasoned and ready to go, guess what? That's going in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's going in. Now you kick out, kick out to Beauchamp, kick out to Ajax. It's going in. Now that's momentum for you. Now you got kicking out to Jay Crowder, and you like,
Right.
you like, oh, you don't even want to see it. You don't even want to see it. You don't even want to watch it. You just like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but this gonna be ugly no matter what. So I just think that now we gotta live with what we got because we got 10 good games left in the season, and we just the real concern with me is Giannis. To be
Okay,
honest,
St. Lucian woman.
I mean the real concern to me is Giannis
Mm-hmm.
because in order for the Bucks to win the championship this year, Giannis don't look healthy enough.
He got to get some DMPs. He got to get some
He don't
DMPs, bro.
have to.
He will.
Legs are not right. I don't care if
He
he's
will.
scoring 30 points a game. His legs are not right. He has to
Right.
get them legs right. Them legs are being tired. So they need to get
I
him out the game as sooner than later.
because I know once we clear, like if you were to look at the standings
Agreed,
right now,
Kenny.
like I think second, third is pretty close, but then the next closest spot is like a couple of games back and whatnot, right? So there's going to come a point where you have either second or third locked up,
Correct.
regardless of what the next team could do, and that'll be like when they shut him down.
I agree.
And I think, and you also still have that weekend of the play-in tournament to go as well. So that's like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks of Giannis kind of getting right. That part I'm not concerned. But I think sometimes too much rest will knock guys out who aren't great shooters out of their rhythm, and then you're going to see like game one and game where people are bricking all over the place and whatnot. I think Giannis will get his rest, but I definitely
I
agree
just
with
give
the not developing. I agree with
I
that
guess what I've
because
seen with Giannis, that's what I'm saying about Giannis is this is as worst as I have seen in his legs in his career. Like he's not getting the
as far
typical
as
lift ever as far as he's getting off the ground. So that's telling me that he's really, really injured. Like
Yeah,
some of the plays
fair.
he's not finishing are not, he's barely jumping because his legs are hurting. So my thing is like you have to get that man some rest because you're not going to win with that version of Giannis in the playoffs. You see how physical 76 were against Giannis this game. That's every playoff game for every team.
Facts.
You
That's
know what I
true.
mean? That's every playoff game for every team. The Philadelphia is actually playing, to their credit, to the Nick Nurse credit, they're playing playoff defense.
Mm-hmm.
They might not be scoring points, but their defense is on point. And they're
But that's what
physical,
he
they're
does, though.
bumping
But that's
every
what he
time.
does.
And Giannis, but that usually doesn't bother Giannis. But Giannis has been bothered because he's not been able to get up when he jumps. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's bothering me. So you're going to have to find some room to get Giannis some rest. You're going to have to take some L's. It's just, if you were.
Right. And to me, you could take them L's if it's going to mean winning a championship. We need Giannis at 100% because he's the only person that gives 100%. Let's be real.
Because I
Giannis
still
is the only
believe
person on this team that gives 100%. No one else.
And his 100% is dangerous.
It's dangerous,
his 100% is dangerous in the playoffs.
Dangerous.
Completely unstoppable in the playoffs. Completely. But my thing is like, even Miami last year when we lost to him, if Giannis was 100%, we'd have beat Miami.
Absolutely.
I have no doubt about it. I have no doubt about it. If Giannis was never went down, Miami would have never made it to the finals. They would have never made it. So, you got to keep Giannis healthy or else your playoff shots are done. Your shot in the playoff is done. So, Doc, and the one thing about what's his name, Budenholzer,
yeah,
is he did keep Giannis. He did limit his minutes throughout the season. He did rest him. He did what it took to keep Giannis kind of healthy. You know what I mean? Leg wise, you know what I mean? So you never saw his legs this drained this early in the season.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think that, but you seeing Adrian Griffin and Doc play Giannis 40 minutes in meaningless games. You know what I mean? And it's like, they blowing him out by 20. Giannis still in the game. It just didn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, you wearing this man down in a regular season game. So, they lean on their stars. Some coaches do lean on their stars a lot. And I think the two coaches that we have, they definitely do that, and that might be a factor at the end. So we just got to make sure that, at the end, come after these next 5 games, just rest Giannis.
No, I
At
agree.
the end of the day,
So what do you
because
think
we're
about
going to be
Brenda's
what we is.
comment? Since we talking about age, Brenda said, what age is considered to be too old in basketball? And I think that depends on the player and their health. I don't know what age is too old. I would say mid-30s is probably however old Brooke Lopez is right now is probably the threshold.
35.
35 is probably the threshold. Shout
It
out
is.
to
Just
Brenda.
crazy.
That's why they
play your play style, right, and what
Yeah.
you lean into,
Yeah.
right. And so, like someone like a Luka who plays slow motion but effective, even at a young age, is setting himself up to have a long career, right?
Correct.
Because it's energy effective, right? He's able to conserve a lot of energy playing like that. You know what I mean? Whereas someone like a young, I don't know, like I don't know how long you
I
can
don't know
play
because
like that.
Roger Smith. I don't know because when you look at the person that plays, the other person that plays like Giannis, he's still playing. That's LeBron James. So
PEDs,
I feel like
PEDs, cream and
it
clear.
doesn't matter.
Anavar.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Kobe, the people that play hard, Kobe played hard.
Yeah, true.
He was playing till 42. Jordan played hard. He was playing till he's 42. I just can't see a Luka. He already break it down. He already breaks down at 19, 20.
Right.
Or just
What he gonna do at 35?
his pace.
He gonna lose like 5 steps.
Just someone who plays.
So I'm just saying, like he break down at 21.
So like the high energy. So all right. So you have someone like Vince Carter as well, right? Because we there are examples on both sides of it, right? So Vince Carter was.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Let me pop you in here. 1 second, Mr. Smith. Hold on 1 second. I'm just rearranging this. Hold on 1 second. I don't know what happened to Daniel. He up here. Go ahead, Mr. Smith.
I was just saying that like if you have an athletic, physical, full tilt basketball where you play above the rim and whatnot, Vince Carter played very similar to that, right? And then when it started to go downhill, it was pretty precipitous. What Vince Carter did to extend his career was he started becoming really good at shooting the three, and he was just smart, and you know what I mean? He stayed in the league. So there are a lot of people who only saw that version of Vince Carter. They don't even know that he was completely jumping over people standing upright and dunking all over him and doing all that kind of stuff. They don't even remember that part of his game. You know what I mean? I just mean to say, like, I guess it depends on your play style and your injury history, right?
It depends.
Not like
it also depends on your ability to shoot, right?
Oh, yeah,
Kobe,
that's true. If you're a shooter, it extends your career. Like Ray Allen, that extended his career, being able to shoot.
If he didn't play, because Kobe didn't play till he was 40, he played till like 37.
Right.
But if he went to towards the Achilles, he probably would have played a little longer.
I agree.
So
Jason Kidd used to be my player in the world, right? Used to be my favorite player in the world.
Jason Kidd?
He was someone to see because, like I said, I live up top and be able to go and see them, right? Jason Kidd early in his career would run you right out the gym. And while I still believe he was fast into his older years, he was always a brilliant.
He started shooting threes. He started shooting threes.
Right. Started shooting threes and was able to stay in it, right? And so, like I said, it just depends on your play style and what position you play.
Valid, Kenny.
You know what I mean?
And it does depend on your injuries.
Right.
It does depend a lot on your injuries because Vince Carter did get injured and he was never the same when he got injured.
And LeBron has never suffered an injury. LeBron has never suffered an injury.
Yeah.
So that makes a difference. Shout out to you, Brandon. How you feeling, Brandon? Go ahead. What's going on? How you feel about today's game, Brandon?
What's up, Dr. Smith?
What's up, man?
Hey, I'm happy that we got a win.
Right.
AJ Green, I could give him a nickname.
What is it?
AJ, Iron Man, sharp as iron.
Hey, they calling him on Twitter. On Twitter, they calling him Dairy Bird. Because, we the milk state. and he shoot like Larry Bird. They call him Derry Bird. I think that's hilarious. I think that's hilarious for AJ Green.
I think they should say that at the Bucks at Foster Forum when he make a three.
Right,
they should give him that name.
Derry Bird will be hilarious.
I think that might give him some confidence.
Right. I mean? Oh, you got to get out of here. Okay, Mr. Smith.
Yeah, gotta get go.
All right, appreciate you, Dr. Smith. Tap in, appreciate you, bro.
All right, Doc.
Sure.
Hey, hold on. Salute to one of the kings in the chat. All right, sir.
Let me just say real quick before I go. Real quick before I go. Right, like I said, on a positive note. Right, I'm a Chris Middleton fan. I want you to come back when you're healthy. Right. Obviously, it's hard to watch all of this. It's hard to watch this dude in his civilian clothes. It's rough to watch, but I think we'll be okay. I do. I think Giannis will get his rest at the end of the year once we have that seed locked up. I'm hoping that the playoffs, the import of the playoffs, will make it so that Dame clicks into games more seriously, more quickly. And I think we'll be all right. I think AJ Green coming on means that we see a little bit less of Jay Crowder, who's probably better for us in a limited capacity, with all due respect to Crowder. I think AJ Green can even start to eat into some of Pat Connaughton's minutes, with all due respect to Pat Connaughton.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So I do like the fact that I don't always think that we did the best job at developing young talent. I wish we would have developed Ajax a little bit more. If we were supposed to be moving into this more defensive posture, I think he would have been great if he was ready. He's not ready, so he can't get on the court. But AJ Green is. So it's one of those young guys was salvaged for this playoff run, and I think that he will be that guy. But I'm right. I'm coming.
All right, we'll see you soon then, Dr. Smith. All right, tap back in. Good luck on everything. All right, sir.
Yeah. All right, now.
All right. So let me move the cameras around. All right, y'all. Hold on 1 second, Pronte. Let me move the cameras around. Hold on.
Let me do something.
He's playing us.
And send uniforms.
Hey, who got something playing in the background? I don't know who that is. Hold on 1 second.
A package was delivered for Detective Lindsay.
Did he tap back in? All right, hold on.
Her to drop it off.
Let's get my man a second here.
Who, Daniel?
Hold on. Yeah, no, we get just want to get Brandon a second so he don't give me no copyright strike. I gotta watch Brandon. I gotta watch Brandon, bro. I gotta watch you, bro. I gotta watch Brandon, bro. I gotta watch Brandon, bro. Hold on, WFSO tapping in, Dale tapping in. Hold on, let me tap you back in, Dale. You good? Dale, can you hear us? You good? I think he good. Let's try to tap him in. Hold on 1 second. And then I'll get you in here, WFSO. You good? Hey, Bleacher Report boss. Hey, Giannis t-shirt. You good? Can you hear us? Hey, man, I don't know what you're doing, bro. We can see you. We can't hear you. You good?
There you go.
All right, there you go. All right. He back. Let's get the likes up. The Bleacher Report boss has returned and entered the building again. Salute. He had a little technical difficulty, but he has returned. Hey, the Bucks. Hey, let's keep it $1. Hey, the Bucks is an old team. They moonwalking through the regular season. They waiting for the playoffs, and I just hope they understand that when they get to the playoffs, it ain't no more excuses for you, Milwaukee Bucks. There's no excuses. I know what y'all doing, and I don't approve of it. But if y'all gonna do this, y'all gotta make it count in the playoffs. I want to see. Y'all know what I want to see. I want to see Nolan Richardson, Arkansas Razorbacks type defense when a playoffs start. If this is how y'all gonna play, and if you don't know who Nolan Richardson is and the Arkansas Razorbacks, please look that up on YouTube. Look at how they play defense. That's how I want to see the Bucks play. Real talk.
I mean, because we saw the Bucks play elite defense for at least 5 straight games. 5. It's like they tested it out and they said, okay, we got it. And then they said, you know what, we're going to wait to the playoffs. After that, they said, we're not doing that no more.
Yeah. That's the way. Like, yeah, we're going to wait to the playoffs.
All right, we can do it. We got it. We got our rotation. That was it. The thing that bothers me about Chris, go ahead.
Hold on 1 second, Let me just get my man Super. I know more than you appreciate the $5 Super Chat. Hold on, let me get that in here. Hold on 1 second, bro. Appreciate the $5 super chat. You saw how Giannis played in the Heat games against Miami last year. He was hurt. Was Jokic without a jumper and smart elite defense. Drew and Bud don't sell. They win. Yeah, I blame a lot of that on Drew and
Hey,
Bud. Real talk. I blame a lot of that on them.
you
Appreciate
know
the
what?
super chat. And then
Hey,
Monolando, appreciate the $10 super chat. Love and peace. Amber question: who are your favorite starting lineup Bucks of all time? My Bucks starter lineup in their prime: Brandon Jennings. Interesting. Over Oscar Robinson?
Come on.
I don't know, bro. Hold on. Brandon Jennings, Ray Allen, Michael Redd. Cass forgot about Michael Redd. Used to get work. Giannis and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I don't mind this list, but I feel like Glenn Robinson should be in there.
We'll say Glenn Robinson should be
Yeah,
on that
I would
list.
say Glenn Robinson over Michael Redd. I would say Glenn Robinson over Michael Redd. And possibly Oscar. I would say the big O over
possibly.
man, I don't know, man. Sidney
Sidney
Moncrief was
Moncrief.
cold, bro.
Sidney
Sidney
Moncrief.
Moncrief was cold.
Sidney Moncrief was cold, man.
Alvin Robertson was cold. I gotta think about that one. That's a heavy question. I gotta look at Pronte. I can see in your face. That's a heavy question, ain't it?
I mean, Sidney Moncrief was cold.
Sidney Moncrief was cold.
Yeah,
Sidney Moncrief was cold, bro. Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm gonna tell y'all this: if y'all don't know about the '80s Bucks, that '80s Bucks team would have won a championship if it wasn't for the Celtics being so strong and the Sixers. If it wasn't for the Celtics and Sixers, the Bucks would have won 3 or 4 championships in the '80s, and that's real talk. That's real talk.
Close. They were close every year.
Close, bro. Close. They was loaded, bro. Loaded. But with these Bucks, y'all are playing with y'all food because y'all think it's sweet now, and if y'all go turn up to level 35 in the playoffs, it better happen. Because we all see what y'all doing for real, and it better happen. That's all I'm gonna say about these Bucks. Y'all don't be too concerned about the regular season because they obviously don't care. So why should we care? They don't care. They only care when in the fourth quarter. So let's not get too emotional over these Bucks regular season wins and losses. What this team is built for is the playoffs. When you got a veteran team like this, they're built for the playoffs. So I just hope that our team can be 100% healthy entering the playoffs, and we'll be just fine. Period.
The playoffs are a different animal. Only one team wins.
Right.
You know. So at the end of the day, it's gonna be a lot of disappointing fans. However, the Bucks got a chance. Of course they do. They got the talent to have a chance.
Right.
The Bucks put together. We haven't seen it yet, but we've seen flashes of it.
Correct.
Flashes of dominance. We've seen flashes of dominance. They play some really elite teams coming up. Can they compete? I don't want to hear is we gonna wait till the playoffs to play good against Phoenix to make a statement against deep Boston. You better make a statement against Boston right now.
Yep.
Because
facts.
I don't want to hear that. You better not go in there and get blown out at home against Boston or no, get blown out. You gotta compete because Boston wants to make a statement against you every time they play you. So how can you not match that energy? I mean,
that's for real. You'll see one of the best Bucks games this year from the Bucks when they play Boston.
They better because I know that Phoenix. Some of these good teams want to play the Bucks, and they old too. Some of them teams are old too.
The Suns are old. The Suns are old.
Exactly. So my thing is the old NBA. You had your matchups where you didn't care if it was the playoffs or not. You was gonna give this team some work. You know what I mean? Because you didn't like that team. And I think if the Bucks don't show up and say, I don't like you, boss, I'm gonna beat you just because I don't like you. I don't want you to ever think you're gonna beat me. Because when I see you again, I'm gonna beat you again. I just want you to know this is where we at with you. You know, then
go ahead, Brandon.
This is where we at. This is where we at with you. We ain't playing with you. We might play with Philly, but we ain't playing with you. We finna give you all the work.
Right.
That's why I want to say this to Buck Nation. And to you guys. I know, well, not how to focus on the playoffs. But I think the first matchup should be Miami.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
second matchup, who else we gonna face next? I think the main core is, I think the Bucks need to do and take all that media hate, all that MVP rates and everything. They need to give it to the other team, put them in the backwood, and put them in the mouth.
We have enough. We got enough bulletin board material. That's why I'm saying it ain't gonna be no excuse when the playoffs start.
I just feel like Dame. Somebody got to get Dame mad.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Because I think and this is why Chris Middleton hurts too. Because Chris Middleton, whether he injured or not, he invested in busting certain teams' butts.
Right, that's
Like,
true.
bro,
Like the Celtics.
you know, he
like
gonna
the
show up because
Celtics.
he don't like them either. He don't like the Celtics either. So he ain't finna let them just run through him. But Dame, he be like, I ain't really a part of this matchup, man. It don't really mean much to me. Somebody need to tell
Facts,
Dame that he
Monolondo.
is a. Somebody need to tell Dame that you need to get in these Bucks rivalries to get invested into it. You
Yeah.
know, mostly invested because he's too detached. Like sometimes you just think he's too detached from the team and the rivalries and the energy of the game. It's like, oh, I'm just a visitor. I'm just
Yeah,
you know
I
what I
agree
mean?
with that. Yeah, he has to have some passion. That's a problem with Dame. Dame is too cool for school sometimes. He got to
It's
get
like
some passion. I want to see him get attacked.
I
Start
want to see
arguing,
him
get mad.
play everybody
That
like they
don't need
Pat Bev. You see what
Right,
I'm saying? Think of Boston like he playing against Pat Bev. And keep that think of that rivalry like you had with Pat Bev, how you couldn't stand him. You know what I mean? Don't stand certain teams because certain teams when they taking advantage of that your
right,
passivity. You know what I mean? They taking advantage of your nonchalantness.
correct.
This ain't really my rivalry. No man, look, you ain't in Portland no more. Your rivalry ain't whoever y'all had. Who's the rivalry over there for them? Um,
Man, it don't matter. Once you with a new squad, that's like if you with a gang. It don't matter if you started the beef. The beef is yours now. The
I
beef
mean,
is
but
yours now.
I mean, for me and you, but not for Dang. See what I'm
Right.
saying? They like
Right.
that's your fight over there, man. I ain't got no
Right.
drama with them.
Damn, they fighting hard over there. Damn. Should I help?
Dang, should I help? Is that I just got here though. You know what I mean? Like, no,
Right.
nah,
that.
nah,
Why?
Hey,
bro.
They don't
You
do all
get in
that.
it. You know,
hey,
and that's what I'm saying. He need to play with that ferocity because if he do, he a much better player. He a killer.
No, I agree.
So
I agree. Oh, go ahead, Brandon. Get yours off. Then I'm gonna tap in WFSO. I'm gonna get out of here in a minute. Go ahead, Brandon.
okay, I'm gonna say one last thing before my phone gonna die.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Think once everybody healthy, I think a lot of our players just come out with some firepower right off the gate.
Okay. Okay.
Because that way, you know what I'm gonna say. We, we factor.
We'll
So
see.
that way,
I hope what you're saying is true, Brandon. I feel like we'll see a different team in the playoffs. I really feel like that.
I do too.
and all
I just want
I say, we need to get some good ball.
who do
Everybody can get touches. I already
Brandon.
know.
Yeah. Ball movement. Yeah.
Brandon, who do you want to play first in the playoffs?
He said Miami. He said Miami.
You want to play Miami? I want to play for
But
Dame's sake. I want to play Indiana.
Indiana. I know. I know.
So he can get back. So he can get back at Halliburton for
Yeah. No.
just because
I'm
he
cool.
got to get
Yeah.
we got to
I
get him
feel you on
emotionally.
that.
We got because I don't think he's emotionally invested into the team,
Right.
and I think we got to get him emotionally invested into this run. Because once he do that, I think we'll be a better. We'll get to see a better Dame. He has to get him, and maybe the playoffs will do that because it's here now. So emotionally invested
one,
Dame. That's what we
one
need.
thing,
He has all the
one
talent.
Go.
okay, it's them. Okay, here's my final match. Buck versus Denver.
Okay.
He said
Okay.
what?
Bucks
Bucks versus
versus
who?
Denver.
I can see that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's gonna be hard to beat Denver in the West. Denver just so solid,
And
so
they well
strong. But
coached and
they
disciplined
well
team.
coached and disciplined. They know their game. They know what they're gonna do at all times. So
No,
Denver's
that's a
gonna be
fact.
hard to beat.
All right, Brandon. Appreciate you tapping in. I don't want the phone to die on you, bro. Appreciate you tapping in. Let me tap in WFSO, bro. Go on. Appreciate you, bro. Let me tap you in for a minute here, WFSO. Yeah, no hat today, brother. No hat today,
Oh, just
brother.
do
Yeah,
rag.
do-rag action. Yeah. No hat today, sir. Sir.
Nope.
Tell me how you feel, WFSO. Go ahead, give us that breakdown. I'm gonna get out of here in a minute, but I had to make sure you tapped in, bro. Then I'm gonna have my man Bleach Report boss give us his take, and then we gonna have Pronte take us home. Go ahead, WFSO.
AJ freaking Green. I'll just leave it at that.
I agree.
I agree. He a difference maker, but how long have we been saying that? Weeks. This man, the Bleacher Report boss, almost lost his stuff because how mad he was. The AJ Green. This man texted me crazy. Like, why won't they play
every game?
Bro, I don't know why they not playing AJ Green. We gotta tell him so many times. This man be texting me like, hey. Man, hey man, they need to let AJ Green play, man. I'm mad thinking about it right now. I'm like, bro, Doc figure out. Hey, Pronto, I told you Daniel was heated, bro. Man,
I can tell. At every game, Daniel will say, hey, "Where's AJ Green at?"
Bro, he be hot, bro.
I don't understand that. I don't understand where AJ Green didn't play. And I was like, I don't really know why AJ Green.
I had Nicholas just going off, just laughing at me because I was just going off about that. Because we talked about it. We talked about it for weeks. We knew, like we said all night, with Pronte, we was talking about how play these young guys, young legs, and I seen it from AJ. I knew Griffin was gonna play him, and then you see him, here and there, he going off, and then he's right there. That's your piece. That's your what's that player from the Heat that been
what up,
going off
B-Shaq?
For the Heat? They always shoot threes on us all the time.
Duncan Robinson.
That's our Duncan Robinson right there. That's the player that everybody. Oh, that's our Jordan Poole that was from the Warriors.
Right.
The guy that nobody's thinking about. But if you don't get a hold of him, it's too late.
If he was taller, if he was a little taller, he'll remind you of a Warrior. You know what I mean? If he was a little taller, because their games are a little similar. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he reminds you of a Warrior that used to be good before he hurt himself.
Klay Thompson, right?
He would because he just got that jump shot. He can step in. He got a quick release. He plays solid defense. If he was taller, because he's strong, he got a strong base. So you're not just bullying him.
Yeah, got lower center gravity. That's fair.
So he's sliding his feet, so he can hold bigger players. So he kind of reminds you of a Klay Thompson a little bit. I ain't saying he Klay Thompson. Don't even get carried away. But he can give you 5 threes in a row.
Easy work.
Easy work. Once he torches, he torches. So once he light that flame, he light it.
That's the thing. That's why would you not want to groom that though, Pronte?
That's
the thing. You know he a knockdown shooter. Every team would love to have an AJ Green. Every team in the NBA would love to have AJ Green.
And the thing about it like this, you got Beasley who's streaky, but he kind of the same way. Like he knocked down 5 threes in the game, 8 threes, and then to take him out when he's struggling and bring in AJ Green, that's relentless pressure and relentless spacing. You know what I mean? Even if you bring them in at the same time, now you ain't got a weak side. You cheat on one side, collapse on Giannis. You got AJ Green and Beasley over there,
right?
Both knockdown shooters. But then you play Drake Carter. Like it don't make what are we doing? Come on, But
I don't know where Gibson at. That's a good question.
Yeah, where is Gibson?
Peace of love. He was in the chat briefly. Gibson must have been tired. Yeah, I don't know where Gibson at. Shout out to you, Nick Asana. Yeah, I don't know where he at. Salute to Gibson though, in the Bahamas though. Salute. But I think Pronte, then I'm gonna have you finish it off, WFSO. I'm gonna get out of here. Finish your statement. Go ahead, Pronte.
All right, so I feel like once it's playoff time. These games is just for seeding. At this point, once the Bucks click a second or third seed, I think we're not going to see any more good games out of them. We're going to see a lot of half. Once they get out of the fourth seed. You know that.
I do, but I ain't going to say
it. Once they clinch the second or third seed and they know they got the second or third seed, they're not going to play hard anymore. So my thing is just, we got about 5 more good games. For it, we've got to gear up for the playoffs. But the signs is definitely Middleton coming back and Dame getting emotionally invested.
Facts.
Because stars carrying the playoffs. One thing we know, AJ Green can knock down a timely shot or two, but a hot Dame, a hot Giannis, a hot Middleton will win you a championship.
Ooh,
End of
that was
story.
hard. That was
End of
hard.
story. End
That
of
was
story.
hard. That was
So
hard. I'm gonna let you end it there. That was hard, Pronte. The way
if
you
we
ended it there, that was hard. I ain't gonna
so
even
we gonna
hold you.
end it with that. We
Yeah.
gonna end with that because it's time. It's that time. We've been waiting all year for this. We've been waiting all year for this. Like we've been like, because this was a foregone conclusion that we would be right here. We was
That's
gonna
fair.
be.
That's fair. That's fair.
We
That's
was
fair.
gonna be here, but this ain't where our journey is supposed to end. We ain't happy to make the playoffs. We want to give Boston some work. You know what I mean? We want to give Miami some work. We want to sit Indiana down and say, y'all just ain't ready. Sit down.
Bruh,
Y'all
little
might never
boy.
be ready. Get your
Little
little butt
boy.
out of here.
Yes.
We
Yep.
want to put that belt to ass on my Indiana.
Let's
Just for them talking all that. Just for them talking all that. Running their mouth. In the regular season, we want to see show them that what it's really
slide
about.
they jaw. Yep.
Boston,
Absolutely.
about you is Boston keep on coming in this chat every day. We get you.
But you know why? That's fear. Hey,
That's
let
fair.
me tell y'all something. These Boston fans stay in this chat because they shook. I ain't never heard one of y'all say that y'all was in Boston, some Boston podcasters chat talking crazy. Because we ain't worried about y'all. Y'all worried about us. That's why y'all keep talking crazy. We ain't stupid. We know y'all fear us. That's why y'all in here. Oh, we beat so-and-so by so-and-so. Y'all ain't beat us like that. That's what matters. We whooped y'all by 30 points, and it would have been 50 if it wasn't for the refs. Man, y'all better relax. Y'all better relax.
We whooped Boston off of ESPN.
Right. We whooped off on the TV.
So
WFSO, take us home, bro. Now we get a
man.
couple last comments here. What's your last comment, WFSO?
Like I said, although Dame had like a somewhat of a bad game, but hopefully, sooner or later he'll pick it up. And like I said, come playoff time, gotta show something.
Every game gotta be Dame time.
Every game. I don't want to hear it. I'm going to bomb on you, Dame. If you come over here in these playoffs and you messing up, we going to bomb on you for an hour and a half every live. Just you. Just you. We don't care about nobody else. Just you. Damian Lillard. If you do not go crazy in the playoffs, when I mean go crazy, you should be averaging a 30 ball in the playoffs. I want to see 30 ball. 30 ball, 40% shooting from three, 46% shooting from the field. You're known as one of the most clutch NBA players ever. We need to see it in a Bucks uniform, my friend. Period.
Yeah. It's your best chance of winning the ring.
And you're going to win it, but we want to see you earn it. I don't want to see you riding the coattails of Giannis. I want you to pull your own weight. We know Giannis can carry a team, and he will. With or without, he'll drag all you bums with him. Put y'all all on his back and do it. But it would be nice for you to carry some bums too, Dang. And we know you can do it. You done dropped, 7, 8, 40-point games this year? Multiple 30-point games? The problem is then you'll have a 10-point game, a 12-point game, then 25, 30, then a 10-point game, 35, 38, 10-point game. We need you. Giannis and Dame should be able to win 4 games between the two of them.
Empty the clip in the playoffs.
Empty the clip.
We don't want to see this 5-shot Dame. We don't want to see his 6-shot Dame. We don't want to see that. Don't nobody want to see that.
Shout out to
you,
you,
King Keys. We want you emptying clips in the playoffs. We want you just emptying the clips. Let it all go. Like, we don't want to hear that. Because you know what?
Right, facts.
We don't hear you, oh man, I was just going to defer to Giannis. No, don't defer.
No. It ain't no defer.
Ball.
Right,
ball. It's the
bro.
playoffs.
Bro, they show you in all the damn highlights for big shots in the playoffs. That half of it's Dame. Half of it's damn near Dame. Literally half. You better do that in this uniform, but we will come for you, sir. We will come for you. I'm telling you. Shout out to the panel. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all tapping in.
We're gonna be on our chitty.
Right. We're gonna be Chitty. Hey, it's gonna be 4 or 5 chitties on this screen at all times. Shout out to Chitty.
Shout out
All
to
right,
T.
y'all. All right, y'all. Go. The gentleman. All right, y'all. Hey, this is a quality win. I'm happy we won. We will be. We're gonna be a better team in the playoffs. I know that, but we still gotta poke fun at these cats for playing in the regular season like it's not serious. Bucks will turn up in the playoffs. We'll probably beat all these teams coming up that are good, and we'll probably lay a couple eggs against some bad teams, but that's to be expected. We'll be fine. We need Middleton back healthy. Middleton, if you need a chiropractor, I know a guy that get you straight, bro. You need a masseuse, I know a lady to get you straight, bro. Holler at your boy. I got all my contact information is in the description. Holler at me, Chris. I know somebody. We can get you right, bro. We can get you right. And if you need to take what LeBron is taking to stay healthy, I can hit you with that too. We just gonna have to go to Mexico, but we can get you what you need, bro. The cream in the clear, the Anavar, some TRT. We can get you back cracking. Shout out to Chris Middleton. We need you, Chris. I don't like that we call you Street Clothes Middleton now, bro. We know what you can do. Just get healthy, bro. Get healthy. And don't play no other sports. I don't want you playing pool. I don't want you shooting dice. I don't want you running too fast. Nothing. I just want you to chill, bro. Get healthy. Come back and help this squad, sir. We need, as much as we poke fun at Middleton is necessary for us to win a championship. So, Middleton, we do want you to come back sooner than later, bro. I hope the ankle does get better, bro. But salute the Bucks Nation. I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news live edition. We just had another bomb live. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. We are grinding after every Bucks game. We're here live. If you know other Bucks fans, this is where they need to tune in. This is the #1 Bucks podcast on YouTube and the #1 chat. And if you want to participate, the link will always be in the chat. Feel free to pop in and talk your stuff. This is a friends and family environment. Everyone is welcome. So salute to Bucks Nation. Appreciate the support. And again, if you haven't already, hit the like button. Bucks handle their business at home. 114-105. Giannis almost had a 30-point triple-double on a bum leg. Let's go ahead and get some of these bums out of here and start whooping these teams so we can get our boy Giannis some rest so he can be healthy. That's the most important person we need to get healthy is Giannis Antetokounmpo. With him 100%, it's up. It's up with Giannis 100%. So salute to Bucks Nation. We'll see y'all at the next game. I will be on site Sunday. Let me know if any of y'all in the building. All right, salute Bucks Nation again. We won at Fiserv Forum in front of friends and family. 114-105, and AJ Green should get the game ball. Period. Gone. Man, we about to whoop these teams in the playoffs. They think it's sweet. They think we ain't sweet. We about to be serious in the playoffs. Why do y'all think they hate on us so much? It's because they know what's coming. Why you think Boston fans stay in this chat? Stay in the comment section. Because they shook like dice. We gonna put another banner at Fiserv Forum. Let's support this team, Bucks Nation. Let's support this team, y'all. We got this. For real, we got this, y'all.